welcome back. In today's video, I'm gonna show you guys what we got in work, what we got in store for the 420 horsepower Acura. If you don't recall, on the last video, we went to import face-off and the car finally broke into the 11s. And shortly after that, a day or two after that, I was driving it home from Lake Havasu, and it happened to kick a rod out the block. I think that from all the power, the rods were just kind of fatigued, because I wasn't really ripping it or anything. I was just cruising along. Anyways, with that being said, if you followed along the build, you know that this car has had like 10 engines, dude. I've had a couple H22s, I've had like 4 F20Bs, and we rebuilt those quite a few times. So there's really not much aftermarket support for the F20B or the H22, honestly. And as you guys recall, our setup was an H2B setup, so I still retain the factory B series transmission, all the axles and everything, all the mounts. So I decided to take the motor that came out of the green Acura, the one that we are cutting up to donate all the pieces we need for the rear engine CRX. I decided to take that engine, the B18B one that came out of that car, and I'm gonna build it with forged pistons, forged rods, cams, springs, retainers, the whole nine, so that we can actually have a solid, reliable engine for the Acura, because it's actually my daily driver. And when that car doesn't run, it really affects me, because my trucks just suck up gas and all. Anyways, I need my car and I need it to be reliable. So we're ditching the F20B, the H22, and we're just gonna go straight B series, fully built. I'm actually on my way to the machine shop right now to pick up the engine. And yeah, so I don't really think there's much else to tell you guys. I'll talk to you more once we get there. So I'm probably about 5 minutes from the machine shop. So as soon as we get there, I'll show you what we're working with. All right, guys, I am sweating I'm sweating like crazy. Anyways, we're over here in my storage. Right behind me is the 420 horsepower Acura with the blown up F20B in it. So then this is where I'm working. This is my little shop. Here's the motor I just picked up from the machine shop. As you can see, it is a B18B1. I've already got it all cleaned up, and then we just had their surface redecked, and that looks just absolutely amazing. Also did this Chris Boyette block filler. This is supposed to pretty much make the block good for about 700 horsepower. It's pretty much just like a CSS, except for this is a epoxy. Seems to have worked really well. And I think it is going to work very well. Also over here, I just got back from the machine shop. We got the crankshaft right here. I had them polish the crankshaft so that when we're turning high RPMs and everything, we won't have to worry about spinning any bearings or anything like that. We just want to make sure that this is a real solid motor. Just a little background on me. I can do things a lot of different ways. I can do it really nigger, or I can do it extremely professional. The car years ago was just kind of like one of my little toy cars, and as it progressed, it's gotten nicer and nicer. And the point we're at in this day and age right now, where I'm sitting personally, I feel like it's time for the car to get a fully built engine, and this is the way I'm going to do it. So hopefully you guys enjoy this process. I'm going to try to make the videos as good as possible and get really good content for you guys. It should be a really nice build. I'm not going to cut any corners or anything like that. I've got 2 heads right here. These are both non-VTEC heads. This is the one I got from my buddy Dustin. You guys have seen Dustin on the channel. This is one that came off of Destiny's car. It's the original head. This head, this crank, and this block actually have 300,000 miles on them. Plus, it has more than that actually. I got the car with 300,000, and then we drove it for like a year, so it probably has like 310, 320,000. Anyways, it was actually in really good shape, so there really wasn't any crazy wear. The car was very well taken care of before I got it, and then obviously when I got it, it only had synthetic oils and all that good stuff. So right here, sorry about the mess, guys. I am really busy, and if you guys want to see this content, you're gonna have to just put up with my mess. Got a couple carburetors right there I'm rebuilding and whatnot. Anyways, actually over here too, this is actually the engine that came out of the CRX, if you guys remember that. And I got it all cleaned up. I was actually going to do a head gasket on that time belt so that I can sell the whole engine and transmission as a complete assembly, and somebody can enjoy that. All right, over here, this is all the parts that we got. We've got a new timing belt already, and the new timing belt kit that was under warranty at Napa. They hooked it up. Napa is hands down one of the best parts suppliers out there, between AutoZone and O'Reilly's. O'Reilly's is right behind them. They're just awesome. They always help me out every single time. They also got this head gasket that, if you guys recall, when we did the head on Destiny's car, I put a new timing belt kit and a new head gasket. So they warranted all that for me. It didn't cost me anything. Thank you, Napa. Thank you, Kiefer. Thank you, Jason. You guys are awesome. Right here, we got some bearings. These are just regular aluminum silicone ACL bearings. They're not the race bearings, because the reason I'm using regular bearings is because, like I mentioned to you guys earlier, this is a daily driver. If you're building a daily driver, you should be using rod bearings that are meant for a daily driver. The race bearings are meant to be changed. They're meant to be changed. These are meant to last forever, you know what I mean, as long as the life of the engine. A race bearing is meant to be changed out pretty much every season or whatever. And I don't plan on taking this motor apart for another 5 years. So that's the type of bearings I got. Right below that, we have an ACL Race Series Performance Oil Pump. Got that off of Amazon. They gave me a smoking deal. Here is the thrust washers, also by ACL. So all that good parts. Not cutting any corners. We got some ARP. These are actually left over from the Acura. I used the ARP bolts on the flywheel, or on the pressure plate, but because it's an H2B, it has different flywheel bolts. But since we won't be H2B anymore, we'll be able to use these bolts that I had left over. So we'll have ARP bolts on the flywheel. That will be awesome. Right here, I have the Speed Factory rods. These are what we're going to be running. These are rated for 900 plus horsepower. A very nice piece right here. Very nice quality. Let's see. Open this up so you guys can see what we got. Very nice rod right there. It's a H-beam rod. So again, those are rated for 900 horsepower. The block's only rated for 700 horsepower. The turbo we're going to be using is, to start out with, is only going to be good for about 500, 550. So anyways, someone's calling me. All right, there's the rods, Speed Factory rods. Now let me show you the pistons. Where do I put those at? All right, and then here's the pistons. They're Manley Sport Compact pistons, 81 millimeter. They're a 10-to-1 compression ratio. Apparently, unless you have them with a VTEC head, then a VTEC head makes them 11-to-1. Anyways, we're running a non-VTEC head, so I got the rods and the pistons from Real Street. You guys got to check them out. They are giving you if you get a set of rods and pistons from them, they give you a discount when you combine them. They gave me like 80 bucks off, plus they didn't charge me tax, and on eBay they charge tax. I end up getting these rods and pistons for like 800 bucks shipped to me, dude. On eBay it would have been over $1,000 bucks, so I saved $200 just right there from getting these rods and pistons from Real Street. And also, all the pistons and rods on eBay have been on back order, and you can't even get the 10-to-1 compression ratio because they're not in stock right now. So I was just so lucky. I was actually going to get CP pistons, but the Manley pistons, as far as I'm concerned, they're just as good a quality as far as I know, unless you guys know any better. Anyway, someone will stop calling me. So this is the 81 millimeter Manley piston, 10-to-1 compression ratio. We got all the piston pins right here, all the rings right there. That's pretty much it, guys. So definitely stay tuned on the next video where I'm gonna build the bottom end. We're still waiting on, I guess I'm still just trying to save up a little bit of money to get the cams. I'm gonna get some Brian Crower stage 2 cams and some valve springs and retainers so that we don't have any problem with valve float or anything like that. That'll probably be in the next couple weeks. I'll be ordering those parts. So again, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you drop us a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel because we got a lot coming up here pretty soon. This is going to be a really nice build, and I really want to show you guys the whole process. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Catch you later.